What it dooski YouTube? Alright. Got a goodie drop coming up for y'all. And some updates. As you can tell on the pillow, we've got patches, watches. She's knocked out sleeping on the pillow, the big comfy pillow. So let's go ahead and knock out the updates. We finally got 1 out of 3 things done I wanted to do this month. Seems the other 2 are going to go into May. Things get delayed, so we had the electrician. He came in, told us something, and then he's like, to do more, he had to come back within 2 weeks. He had to cancel that weekend. It was basically this week they got done. So yesterday he came through, and boy, like there was a lot going on. Basically, this house had cheap parts in it. The people who was making the house just quickly did whatever. They jerry rigged the wires for the electricity and all that. Basically, dealing with the neutral wires, they basically put all those together in areas when they should have been separately going to the fuse box by itself. So he was kind of baffled how all that was done. So he thought that was the main problem. He went and switched out some parts, and we got it to flicker, and he still was like, oh, okay. Testing out other sockets, and then he got the flicker when he tested. So we found the biggest issue. We ended up having to change out 2 receptacles from 2 other areas in the house. And we got everything up and running. And because he's licensed commercial, basically, he's licensed personal and he works for a company itself. So on weekends, he works for himself, much cheaper. So we don't have to pay the coming out fees and extra stuff. He was very workative, with us with the prices. So it wasn't too bad. Still kind of pricey because of how long it took and all the extra unnecessary stuff that the original people who built this house did. Yeah, but I mean, it's way better than somebody coming out from an actual company because they would charge an arm and a leg. It would have been like over 1,000. Instead, I paid a few hundred. So not bad on that aspect. Second thing we have to do, or I'm gonna choose to do, is dealing with going for the SD. What's it? Social Security. Okay, so we're gonna go for what's it? SSDI? Yeah, that's what we're going for. It's gonna bring up a lot of memories that I put in the back of my mind, stuff I went through in the military, and my PTSD is just pretty bad, and it's gonna flare up. So that's something I'm not looking forward to, but I need to knock it out. Because right now the government is trying to do something with Social Security, trying to up it, and I definitely want to be part of that. Unfortunately, we do have some bad news on that aspect. Remember, I told you that there was supposed to be a stimulus for disabled. This included VA. Now, from multiple places, it was confirmed already and all that. What happened? They took it. The government took it. If you remember, Biden went ahead and made a foreign aid package once again. Ukraine, Israel, billions of dollars. And out of the blue, they raised it. And everybody's like, what's going on? Why is it raised? Out of nowhere, Biden found 20 billion plus more for Taiwan. He didn't find it. What he did was he stripped it off the disabled package. That's what that was. Or shall I say, a part that was supposed to go to the disabled, including VA, SSI, all that good stuff. But it's pretty disappointing. The VA, like a couple days, or was it 2 days ago, came out, and they first claimed it was an error. Then they tried to say, oh, it's miscommunication that went on with COLA when it was announced back then. No, this was recently announced, okay? Just damage control. So they really put me for a funk because I was really looking forward to those funds. I was going to get a new laptop. My laptop is shutting down on its own every now and then. It's getting a little bit worse as it goes on. I can't. It's going to die eventually. So unfortunately, it looks like I'm had to put myself in a little debt, or should I say more debt. So we're going to get a new laptop. It's not going to be the one I really wanted. but we can't play around no more because if I lose the computer altogether, it's gonna be a while. You know what I'm saying? And just more stuff to add on to the stress. You know. So once again, that put me through some PTSD. It seems that the government truly don't care about veterans like that. They don't care about disabled and elderly, you know. But some forums they pushing for that SS what's it, the Social Security part, but not the veterans. You know, we don't count towards that, unfortunately. Something got to give. Something's got to give because you remember he said he was going to go ahead and take veterans off COLA. You know, that's for dealing with Social Security and put us on our own. Instead, somebody put in for a bill to get passed to a law about I forgot what's called veterans cola or whatever. It's in a different form, but it's still the same thing. There's no add-ons, nothing attached. It's a useless bill that turned into a law for no damn reason. So they try this and never placed us to something better. And of course, this year it's gonna be even uglier, where they claim it's gonna be a 2 point something. Yeah, if you're not making 100% disability with veterans in them, it ain't worth it. It's not meeting requirements as it should be going to each year. So, anywho's like I said, knocking that point off. Um, I haven't really getting much too much cards. I still stated about that. We got the Pokemon code cards we're going to do whenever we get the newest set eventually. We got tons of codes to go through about that. I said I wasn't going to do no more Lorcana. Unfortunately, Amazon got a small, well, I think it's small because too many bots and scalpers still trumped that opportunity. They got some more Chapter 1 stuff, so I was able to get one booster box. This will make 10 booster boxes in total of all 3 sets I went through. Still not an enchantment card. So 10 booster boxes, I've only pulled 1 enchantment card. That's piss poor. I mean, Disney is robbing people. They're ripping us off. They're bending people over. It's crazy. I mean, 10 booster boxes, 1 enchantment card? Yikes. It's a ripoff. The only reason people like it is because it's Disney characters. I just don't understand. I don't get it. But we're not going to get into that because I've done it in prior. It's just I really do want to finish off the first 2 sets, if possible. Definitely the first set. So if I do see more reprints of Chapter 1, I'm gonna try to get that done so we can get maturity, get reverse. The foils, and we're just missing 3 common cards, and we're done. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna get the enchantment cards because right now they're still going for 400, 600. Just absurd prices. I'm not going to do regardless of reprints. Definitely, we're not gonna have no promos. You can, but I don't know. They're really handling it all poorly. You know, I don't know what's going on. No reprints of troves. Um, People still say reprint more because people are not getting the real opportunity at retail price for this set. But okay, let's go ahead and jump in this. You know, before I talk y'all heads off. You know, after we're done with going for SSDI, gotta go for the teeth, and that's gonna be really a while up because I gotta go through all the issues with my primary and tell them how neglected I was, how pushed off and swept underneath the carpet or rug, whatever term you want to use for that. A year, and I've never heard back. I was supposed to have this stuff done over 2 years ago. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and knock this out. Something flew in my eye. Alright. Limited run, I maybe show this, I don't know, but Maniac Mansion Collector's Edition. Man. When that came out for NES, and well, I only had NES, but you know, this came out for other systems. PC had the best version. My friend had the PC one. I got the NES, but just brought back some good memories. You know, I was really involved with Maniac Mansion. When I used to rent the game, I used to hide it so other people couldn't get it because they only had 2 copies. You know, so man, to get this means a lot. But just if it said what it was, more towards, instead of like looking at the cover to see, oh, it's an NES cartridge shape. That's the NES version compared to the PC version. Um, I'm still happy to have it, but I still want to get the NES complete version. It's still too high what I'm seeing. I still wanted a proper price. But man, this brings back some great fond memories right there. We got two books to show off. I do have some other books, that I'm gonna make its own video for, because I really want to show off a little bit more than what I can with the camera pointed this way. The first one we got, Hardcore Gaming 101. Finally, they dropped the arcade. They prolonged this stuff so long that when it dropped, I didn't even know about it. I found out like 6 days later because who knew? It dropped like I think on the 5th, and I looked at the 10th and was like, oh, they finally dropped it. And they gave the reason why, and it makes sense why. It's just a fact. The last Hardcore 101 stuff that properly came out was like the Halloween retro, and that was like not last Halloween, but the Halloween before that. Crazy, right? And of course, the stuff with different authors and all that. What's going on with Limited Run? I don't know. They're holding back. The Limited Run is not really doing them justice, if you ask me. I don't know what's going on. They dropped that Continuum or whatever book, like Volume 1. There's supposed to be a Volume 2, and what's going on? Hardcore Gaming 101 is being prolonged for a very long time. I can understand the reasons. Some of the other stuff is going to other companies, like other books I showed you. But at the same time, like, they used to crank these bad boys out, or they at least had like Kickstarters or whatever. So finally, just to get one after X amount of time thrills me. I have no idea what else comes after or what's going on. But I hope it doesn't take as long as it did to just put out the next one at like damn near almost 2 years now. But man, I don't know, like, can I show a little bit of it? Give y'all a little idea what's going on? I don't want to leave y'all with nothing. So, lots and lots of good reads and a decent amount of pictures to show off the games, Sorry if you can't really see what titles it is. I just want y'all to get a good look, from this perspective. Like I said, I hope they come back, because I enjoy collecting these books. And then we try to go something different. We try to go after 32-bit library, volume 1. I really didn't want the $44 for a hard book, so we went with the soft book. I thought it was going to be the same size as the other Hardcore 101 types, or no, it's not. It's the small type, like how Limited Run put out for the Sunsoft. It's smaller, thinner. I'm not a fan. I don't like these size books. I prefer bigger, or at least up to Hardcore 101 standing, So yeah, you can tell there's a difference right there. But here is the biggest thing: that get the hard book. Don't go for the soft book. It is faded. It's not good quality. The pictures are faded colors. It's decent. It's just not the best quality, and what they put out before, with Amazon. I understand some of their printing with Amazon is a little bit more lower quality than going with a hard book or such. But this, I do kind of feel a little ripped off. It's faded. It's kind of like ill. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy with the size. I'm not happy with the quality. I mean, here you can actually look on the back and see the colors look better and all that. It's just it's not glossy paper. It's just regular ass paper that they printed on, and I'm not happy about that. It's faded. So definitely, if you're going to get the 32-bit library, there's 3 volumes because the third one just got approved with Kickstarter not too long ago. Get the hard book. I'm pretty sure it's better quality. Well, I'm going to find out because I'm going to get volume 2 hard book. I just didn't want to pay double than what this would have came. This is like 20 some dollars. The hard book's 44. And I felt like I fucked up when I went ahead and got this. I'm not bashing the people. I'm just saying it's really a poor choice of how they went about with the paper type and Amazon printing it, I guess, this way. Or if that's them printing it out, yikes. Get the hard book. I just like collecting stuff, and that's like, PlayStation, 32-bit stuff, and eventually bitmap. Well, they got one book like with PlayStation, but I think that's out of print now. But they got a trilogy. They think about. They got a couple stuff, like I don't know what they have planned going on, because there's 2 companies, Geeks Line, and that's probably who I'm thinking instead of bitmaps, because bitmaps does other type of forms instead, just like pictures of the covers and all that, and then they got other ones that got more in depth. I collect both. Okay, I just enjoy it. Sometimes I get confused with who does what, but I know that Geekstein, I think, is the one who has also a French line, and they got more stuff there than here, and I think it's a little bit more difficult to publish over here. They got an N64 one that I really want to come over. They got a PlayStation trilogy I want to come over here, and Mega Drive. Oh well, I guess from the other company we get that from them, But man, if they bring that stuff over, I'm gonna grab it. Right now, we did get the Kickstarter for the Geeks line, where they have the PlayStation 2, a quad. I'll put in for that. That's limited. I think that's done already. I'm not too sure, but I don't know when it's go. It's got a release date of like end of this year. But PlayStation 2 stuff, yeah, I love that stuff. That's a read. And 4 books, oh man. So whenever that gets put out, we're gonna show that off. All right, let's knock out these games. I think I got more games than movies for this month. Gloomshaven. This was at a very cheap price on Hoot. I think I got it from Hoot. It's either Hoot or Amazon, but it was like very dirt cheap. So we scooped that up. Endless Dungeon Day 1 Edition. In fact, we scooped up the limited. It has a box version, but we're not going to show off none of the limited stuff or collector stuff by itself. We're just going to put everything in this one. So we got rid of the boxes for those, and we're just showing off the cases. So we got the limited one right there. Unicorn Overlord. We definitely showed off the. Well, I got to unbox. I don't know if I've uploaded it yet or not, but definitely have the collector's edition for this bad boy right here. Had to get that. In fact, I might have showed this off already, but it's just out and about. If things haven't been put up properly, I will probably show it off a second time. Haunted House. This was dirt cheap. Atari, and I think this is like a remake of a prior Haunted House they had. Scooped it up dirt cheap. Don't mind if I do. Jagged Alliance 3 finally went at a good price. I think THQ Nordic had a edition for this, but they checked the prices for editions like crazy. In fact, Gothic remake just got announced, like shown with the details and all that with the games, and they've got a collector's edition at 200 with stuff that's not worth no 200. All this is a little leather strap for your wrist, a leather notebook, a soundtrack, and a mask. Mask, I don't think it's like a full face mask at all, and they want 200 for that. Every collector's edition THQ puts out is overpriced like hell. Nobody bought in for the little gimmick of, this time it's really limited copies. Just like they did with the South Park. That was overpriced, and guess what? It hasn't sold out. So most likely, Gothic will not sell out either. Don't fall for THQ's antics. They're the reason why other companies think they can get more for their collector's editions too. But finally, just dropped down to $20. We went ahead, jumped on it. So we scooped it, got it. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. This bad boy has been out of print all over for the PlayStation 5. You can get it for other systems, but I don't know. Square Enix, and here you hear other people complain about, hey, it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth isn't selling right. Other games for Square is below average, and here's something people are trying to get, and it's sold out. What's going on, Square Enix? What's really going on? You can find some places getting like was it VPA or whatever. Sometimes Amazon get a little few copies, but they sell out instantly. So maybe scalpers are getting it and think they can flip it. But right now, this is still at a high price. If you see it for 29, scoop it. Other places had Final Fantasy 7 deals for like $20. This was listed, but there's no copies to buy from Target, whatever. So here's what I did. I originally bought a cheap copy that said like new from GameStop, and when I got it in the mail, it wasn't even the case or the cover. They had like a pre-made label, but the game, whatever. I complained about it. I mean, I complained hard. I got a few people. Finally, one said, okay, we're going to refund you. Well, of course, I didn't get the shipping back because they don't refund shipping, unfortunately. But I did get the price for the game back. And I went online on eBay and I bought the cover. I have a few cases already on hand that was prior. I used that. Looky, I claim it's new now. Of course, it doesn't have the words right here, but still, I don't care. I'm going to say it's legit. I don't know what's going on there with something. Something's crazy. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. This was dirt cheap. Scoop that up. It's amazing how now we're at the point where there's a whole bunch of games coming out people have never heard of, seen up before, but yet they go on some pretty good prices. Well, not this game, but I'm just saying in general. I've shown a few off or whatever, but sometimes it pays to hold off a little bit and so they get to that good price. We got Gia. This was dropped to $20, so we scooped that up. I always thought it was going to be at a higher price, but I mean, hey. Okay, let's get to the games on the other side. This is going to be a long video, but hey, I talked y'all heads off at first, so. Finally, Silent Hope, the box edition, I think day one box, because they don't call it limited or whatever. Finally went down to $20 on Hoot. We scooped it up. Because they wanted like 40 for a while, then they dropped it to 30, and I was like, nah, they're going to eventually get to 20, because usually most of these games, like Sound of Story, what was that? You know, it's not Animal Farm, but it's kind of like that. Stories of Seasons, yeah. So eventually they'll drop, you know, so bam. Scooped it up. Too bad there isn't the PlayStation version. A game I thought never would finally dropped. Of course, it was on Hoot. Best Buy went and price match, so I think we got ours from Best Buy. And I think Hoot jumped their price back up, or probably sold out by now. But we got Diablo 4 finally. Happy to get that finally, but I think they're dealing with season packs now. So if I come up and I can't play prior seasons, whatever, that's gonna suck. Who told them to do that? I'm pretty sure I showed The Last of Us Part 2 off. This still hasn't been put up properly. Vathrian Arc, Hero School, Story 2. I don't think we have the first one. Hopefully we got the first one, but we scooped the second one up finally for dirt cheap. I think it was like around 20 or 17, you know, around that price range. That was something we've always looked at. It was at a high price, and sometimes it pays to wait because PQ games do get to a good price. And a lot of times they're pretty good, so got that. And Skateboard is also one of their steals, waiting for it to go down. I had a price match with Amazon, I believe. surprised because a lot of times they don't do price matching. It just depends who you get to talk with. And this was on actually with GameFly as well. They had for $20. And unfortunately, GameFly, whoever's managing it now, did something stupid. Because I would have had more stuff by now, but they no longer do free shipping if you're not a member. They've only made it members only where it's free shipping. Trash thing to do. Because I went ahead and was like, oh no, no. I'll wait till Amazon gets it. Tekken 8, we had the collector's edition, so this is still not put properly up. I don't know if I've uploaded it yet. I don't think we've uploaded it. There's a lot of stuff I haven't uploaded. Under the Waves was dirt cheap. Scoop that up. I like underwater games. They calm me down, you know. I don't know if it's going to come out on. I think it's physical, but you gotta get it from a different site. There's Dave the Diver. Yeah. And here's something that was part of the Square Enix games that would not go down in price, and it finally did. One website dropped it down to $20 out of nowhere. Star Ocean: The Second Story R. And this Best Buy, yeah, Best Buy had it. Just like, I don't know, it was either Best Buy or Target. They were just having games for like, no, excuse me, Walmart. Like I said, sometimes I'm forgetful, but it'll come to me eventually. Walmart was having games drop down to 20 to 10 and even $5, and a lot of other places did price match the next following day, but I never thought this game would drop down this quick, you know, because Square Enix can hold off onto games forever. In fact, Octagon 2 or Live Life, whatever it is, it's just not dropping. They're still at a high price. I think it's part 2, Octave Traveler. But boy, we scooped this up. I think it's back at a high price now. Legend of Legacy HD Remastered. We haven't put this properly up, but that's from NIS. We had the limited edition. And we have the collector's edition, but we put the box up for this already. A space for the Unbound. I'm not going to show off the unboxing for that. It's a bigger box. It has a art book and all that good stuff. But we scooped this bad boy up. And I think that's it for games for right now. And we do have some things coming, but I need to knock this out. Let's see what we got movie-wise. And it looks like it's getting a little dark outside, so I do apologize if the quality of the webcam went down. I do have some amiibos. I'm not going to put them out, but we got Sonic and we got Cloud Strife. Cloud Strife we didn't have, and I just found out I already had a Sonic, so we going to pull that Sonic out the box. Or I'm going to keep the better box and open up the other one. And we still don't have Cloud Player 2 version. Like, Nintendo Store, they're putting out a bunch of reprints now. The thing is, I don't know what I have and don't have. I didn't properly write down, or I lost where I wrote it down. And it's just a guessing game, you know. So we're kind of holding back until I figure out what I have and don't have, because I don't want to double dip, you know. Okay, I might have showed this one off. I didn't have it properly put up yet. Old Boy, I think I showed this out 3 times now. And of course, this went out of print, and we went ahead and searched so I can have a copy. And that's Nicolas Cage Vampire Kiss and High Spirits double feature. Now you can get these singled, you know, at a cheaper price, but I'm pretty sure this has jumped up on price online now, but we still were able to get this at a good price. I think MVD got Vampire Kiss, right? Scooped up Beverly Hills Cop 3 at a good price. And definitely I hit up the webcam and just lost some light. Alright, a little bit better, but I don't know how better it is. But so we got all 3 now. There's bundles for this, but I had to get that. Cause sometimes Amazon will put it at $20 and they're not price gouging. I don't know what it is, but they price gouging movies nowadays with Amazon, especially with steel books or new releases. Right now, there's a something I'm waiting to get from Eureka. They putting out stuff in the U.S. now, and the Black Mask is listed for $44. They done lost their damn mind. It's going at other places for $29.99, but Amazon wants 44. Not even. I don't know what it is, but they price gouging movies and certain items nowadays. We scooped up the 70s show. We got Mills Creek version. From what I'm hearing, is it's still not the same. I think I showed this one out before, but we don't have the special disc that was in the other one, so we're just gonna get the special disc for a low price and put it with this one. But there's still tons of music missing from the actual show from these things, and they didn't do any better to put it back into this one. So Mills Creek CEO, you effed up on that one. Then Spectre Wears Skirts 2. Scoop that up. Anything from 88 films we try to get. But from what I believe, they had to push back some stuff. Something wasn't really going on. And tons of things got pushed back to a different date, you know. So I hate that happened. It is what it is. I pre-ordered once again from Shout Factory stuff to get some Scream stuff because I wanted to get the posters and the card. So we had to get something to get free shipping, you know. So we went ahead and saw this at a good price. I think we got it for like dirt cheap. I think like $10 or $14. I'm going berserk. I don't think this had a slipcover, so I don't understand the selects. Sometimes it got slipcover, sometimes it don't. Sometimes it's a collector's editions and others are not. That you be like, hey, why is this not a collector's edition? And it's still sealed. All right, let's see. Did I? Was that it? Or did I put something down? I think that's it. As in what I was holding. And here's something we did once again. Gets from the Shout site, the Ring Collection. And we definitely had to get the goodies with this one, you know. It's a box set. I approve of this. Find out Arrow had a set for the Ringo, you know. Of course, we wanted the first one that had the more improvements. So I may have to go get the collection at a cheaper price off eBay. Equalizer 4K, we got it at a good price of $20. Sometimes it's worth looking into Amazon warehouses because sometimes you can find like new, like this was, for cheaper. Because like I said, they're price gouging steel books for some reason. Like this thing is still for like $39.99, $34.99. Sometimes you get lucky, you get it $29.99. Warehouse still $20 like new. Just a little bump on the side, and it still looks like it's brand new. Like I don't get why they're price gouging. Scream 3, same deal. Warehouse deal, $20. One time this was at 20, but then they price hiked it back up. Why are you dropping prices for the deals and then raising it back high? I don't get that. It's not like it's out of print or you get a few extra copies or something. I don't get that. Walmart's starting to put out steel books, you know, because Best Buy stopped with physical. So they grabbed all the good stuff with other companies. So Vestron Video put out some stuff with steel books. They got 2 more stuff coming out now. The covers ain't that great, especially the 2 new ones that's coming out. But I support Vestron Video. I really wish they put new stuff out again instead of just putting old steelbooks. I mean, steelbooks are prior stuff they already put out. Not a fan of it, but I mean, it's at $20. Why not? We got Little Monsters. Like I said, not the best type of covers. If you saw the 2 new ones, it's even worse. And Shivers. This one's pretty decent. I like the cover to Shivers right here. So we scoop those two up. If it's 4K, awesome. Let's see, is this 4K or is this just Blu-rays here though? Because I'm thinking I'm getting a little bit. Yeah, these are Blu-rays, so it is what it is. It'd be nice if they gone 4Ks. That would have been the real improvement. I'm gonna check the floor afterwards. Pedal frame, I'm pretty sure I showed off before. Is still out and about. Here's the Ringu. I'm pretty sure I showed this one off, but like I said, this is not the collection. This is just the better first movie. I think they added something extra too. But we eventually got to get the collection of the other ones. And here's the big boy itself, the Conan. I might have showed this one off. Once again, it's just sitting out. Double feature. Had to get the double feature. Big fat book to read. Oh, man. It's not like a novel, but, you know, a book of, like, probably behind the scenes stuff that went on with the movie they put in. And I think we had to end. I really dragged this one out, but not bad, you know. Hopefully I got everything I wanted to show off. There was nothing else to somewhere that I can't see. I'm pretty sure I showed everything. Sorry that the screen went a little bit dark. I think it may want to rain now, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. Definitely hit the bell to subscribe. Definitely like. Leave a comment if you want to. I will reply if it's a decent comment. But like always, enjoy.